In the next WoW update, tanks will be receiving an overall 10% nerf to their damage reduction, but is it enough? I'm not sure. What's going on, guys? Steven with Level Up MMO, and today's video is going to be discussing whether or not tanks need to be further nerfed. I'm on the side that it's quite possible that they do. We haven't seen exactly how big of a change this 10% damage reduction nerf will be. However, with everything they're good at right now, it's kind of hard to argue that they probably don't need to see a little bit more tweaking before they're in the best place. So if you've been playing Dragonflight, you will definitely have noticed that going into some of these dungeons, even mythics, your tank can do basically everything everybody else can. I have seen some tanks fighting for the top 2 spots in DPS. I've seen tanks without a healer survive for a really long time, and all that does is kind of downplay the roles for the other people. If you have tanks who are able to take less damage overall quite easily, heal themselves out of situations if they actually do take a significant amount of damage, and be able to deal enough damage to where it doesn't feel like, oh my goodness, I wish I could deal more, and be able to finish a fight without the detriment of the longer the fight goes, the less you have to be able to stay alive due to cooldowns being used. Overall, tanks are just in a really strong place. And so part of me thinks the reason that they do this, and most MMOs really, if they do tend to favor tanks, is because how else do you get people to play them? Unless they feel really powerful, able to hold their own in DPS, able to basically heal themselves a lot of the time, and to take less damage. You make them that strong because otherwise nobody wants to be the tank. So I understand the logic, but then they make them really strong, and then you're kind of sitting there as a DPS or a healer and you're going, this is kind of ridiculous, right? No, I'm not saying tanks don't need healers in DPS, right? I'm not saying that they can run these mythics by themselves easily, but you can definitely tell that tanks are able to finish out a lot of fights by themselves, right? I think there should be more dependence on the group as a whole. DPS are dependent on heals as well as the tank keeping their aggro. Tanks are dependent on the heals as well as the DPS burning down fast enough that if they have to use cooldowns, they will still be safe. See where I'm going with this? It's able to have everybody impact the fight in their own way without being like, oh, I don't need you. Tanks are the closest thing to I don't need you. With that being said, I do think that maybe some self-sustain could come down. Maybe the cooldowns have to be longer. I'm not sure exactly what they need to do. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know them down below, but I definitely think that there does need to be some more nerfing. I don't think that 10% is going to be enough. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just not comprehending how much 10% is going to be with these numbers, but if it was like 20%, I'd be like, holy cow, they're going to start getting chunked really hard. They're going to need those healers. They're not going to be able to solo as long because they're going to have to pop their cooldowns earlier, so on and so forth. But this is the part where I ask you to tell me what the solutions are, or if you even agree with me. Do you think tanks are fine as they are? Do you think they'll be fine after the 10%? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, you can always come tell me them live at twitch.tv/heartbreaker_TV. And if you like New World content, World of Warcraft content, MMO content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. There will be plenty more videos coming at you soon, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, good luck in your adventures.